In manifestation, it is easy to perceive that bigamy and predation are intrinsic to the nature of things. It is the incomprehension of this fact that keeps the skeletons hidden in the closets of each being. The rules that oppose this natural principle are born from the principle itself. To remove from a being the condition of being bigamous and predatory is to remove it from nature, and, consequently, to make its presence unjustifiable and, therefore, unnecessary. Repentance is harmful to knowledge and finds its support in ignorance. To understand the nature through which things manifest is to understand life. In other words, understanding does not deny the natures through which things manifest. Everything that is natural in each being is part of the processes. What is interpreted as damage is only a process of transformation, misunderstood as natural. Incomprehension is born from the sensation of loss and impossibility. Within it resides the lack of knowledge that it itself is part of the nature of the being, just like the characteristics of being bigamous and predatory. Knowledge, on the part of the being, does not sustain nature, because it is the only door that removes it from manifestation, and, consequently, can prevent nature from using it. Nature guides and uses beings to satisfy its natural principles. Each being is endowed with the exact doses of the elements that nature will use at the appropriate moment. Nature predominates over the being when it is in manifestation, and, outside of knowledge, it can do nothing against it. Therefore, in knowledge lies the ascent of the being over nature. Although the nature of the being carries elements of opposition, the acceptance of submission is sustained by powerful artifices. Nature plants ideas that mature whenever an element of opposition manifests or rises within the being. Nature itself disguises itself to provoke the senses of the being, adding to these senses figures that reach its sensitivity and disarm it. Thus, upon beauty and upon love is cast the acceptance of incomprehensibility. The being fills its incomprehensible moments with the adoration and admiration of the external nature to it, without perceiving the submission, willingly accepting servitude as a natural process. To confront nature is a struggle that the being imposes upon itself as sin, a struggle perceived as unequal, because there is no manifestation without the presence of nature. However, in what it perceives lies what differentiates the being that precedes manifestation. The nature of the being, which for a moment acts in complicity with the nature external to it, possesses deep intimacy with that which precedes it in manifestation. The alchemical work of the being acts precisely upon this nature.